In 2025, many people didn't fail because they chose the wrong machines. They failed because they chose machines that were too easy to copy. High demand didn't protect them. In many cases, it destroyed profit faster than bad management ever could. In this video, you'll see real manufacturing projects that looked profitable at first, but stopped making sense once competition took over. Every mistake here connects to the next one. And if you miss one part, you'll miss why so many people struggled when they tried to scale in 2025, and why the same logic can hurt you in 2026. This video is not about bad machines. It's about good machines used in the wrong market conditions. The goal is simple. Understand what went wrong in 2025 so you don't repeat the same mistakes in 2026. Project 1, bottled water machines. Bottled water looks like the safest business possible. Everyone needs it. Demand never stops. But that's exactly what attracts too many competitors. In 2025, many small water bottling projects discovered that this market is controlled by price, not quality. Large brands dominate shelves and logistics. Small producers are pushed into price wars they cannot survive. The machine works. The demand exists. But the selling price is too low to build a sustainable business. Key reality: strong demand does not protect you from strong competition. Project 2, paper cup making machines. Paper cups became popular because they looked eco-friendly and easy to sell in large quantities. In reality, 2025 exposed the main weakness of this project. When a machine is affordable and simple to operate, thousands of people enter the same market. Buyers don't care who you are. They care about price per unit, margins collapse, profit disappears, even at high production volumes. Key reality: when your product is identical to everyone else's, price becomes the only deciding factor. Project 3, snack and chips machines. Snack production looks exciting. Fast machines, fast output. But food businesses rarely fail in production. They fail in distribution. In 2025, many snack producers realize that shelf access matters more than recipes. Competing with national brands forces prices down before profit even begins. Key reality: if you don't control where your product is sold, you don't control your profit. Project 4, tissue and napkin manufacturing machines. Tissue products sell every single day. That made this business feel safe, but safety can be misleading. Thin margins mean that any small increase in cost, energy, raw materials, logistics, can erase profit completely. In 2025, many small producers discovered they were one cost increase away from zero profit. Key reality: high volume with low margin is dangerous without scale. Project 5, glove manufacturing machines. Glove manufacturing looked attractive because demand exploded in previous years. In 2025, timing became the real enemy. Oversupply pushed prices down. Large buyers controlled contracts. Late entrants were forced to compete at the worst possible prices. Key reality: entering a popular project late often means competing in the weakest position. These machines didn't fail because they were weak. They failed because they were too popular. When a machine is attractive, affordable, and heavily promoted, competition grows faster than demand. And when competition grows faster than demand, price drops, sometimes below what makes sense as a business. That's why in 2026, the real question is no longer, is this machine profitable? The real question is, how many people can buy this machine and produce the exact same product as me? The strongest opportunities are usually not the loudest ones. If this video helped you see machine businesses differently, share it with someone planning to start in 2026. Avoiding one wrong machine can be more valuable than finding a good one too late.